Okay, so we're making potato gnocchi. So for the recipe, we're looking at about 500 grams of peeled potatoes. So we're going to use a Yukon Gold potato or regular russet potatoes that's readily available here at the food bank. Okay, so we're just going to peel those. Okay, now we're going to dice our potatoes to get them ready for the boiling salted water. So you just want small dice like this, is good enough. And we're going to just place them in cold water while we're waiting for our water to boil so the potatoes don't turn brown. Okay, so we have our pot of boiling salted water. We're now going to add our potatoes inside and we're going to let them cook until just tender. Okay, so now we're just going to strain our potatoes, but what we're looking for is just the potato to be just cooked. So you want like your knife or fork to go right through it. So you see how that went through? So we don't want to overcook the potatoes. So right now we're going to strain it. Okay, so now our potatoes are cooked, and what we want to do is, if you have one at home, we can put this through a ricer. If not, you can grate it with a cheese grater. So this is basically a ricer, or what's called a food mill. We're going to put our potatoes inside, and then okay, we're going to be making fresh tomato sauce with beautiful tomatoes that are always available in the food bank. You can use Roma tomatoes or black tomatoes that are called Kuomoto tomatoes that usually are donated here. Okay, so what we have here is about 1 kilogram of diced tomatoes. We have 1 small onion diced, tablespoon of sugar, 2 cloves of garlic chopped. Okay, we're going to add salt and pepper to taste, and then we have some fresh oregano. Okay, so now we've got all our ingredients ready for our gnocchi. We have 500 grams of potatoes that have been through the ricer, 150 grams of all-purpose flour. We're going to grab some salt here, about 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 egg. Okay, let's begin. So we're going to start off by adding some oil to a hot pan over medium heat. So you can use olive oil or vegetable oil. We're going to add our onions first, and we carefully want to make sure that we don't brown them. We're just looking to make them translucent. We're going to give that a quick stir. Very important that we don't change the color of the onion. We just want to lightly sweat it. Medium heat is important. Okay, we're going to add our garlic, and then we're going to add our diced tomato. So we're going to add our garlic. Before we add the garlic, we just want to add it for about 30 seconds, not color it, and then immediately add our diced tomato, and then we're going to add our fresh oregano. We're going to add our sugar. And our basil leaves, and season with salt and pepper. Okay, we're going to take our riced chilled potatoes and add them to our mixer. Just add them all at the same time. Next, we add a tablespoon of salt. And we add our egg. Now we add the paddle attachment and just incorporate it together. We don't need to whip it. Next, we add our flour with the dough hook. It's now ready to roll. So we're going to take it out, put it on our countertop. Just make sure it's all combined. And we're going to get it ready to roll. We're just going to dust it with a little flour first just to make sure it's not too sticky. And now we roll our gnocchi. So we're just cut a little bit off and we're just trying to roll cylinders. I'm going to dust it with a little more flour and then cut our gnocchi into small pieces. We'll then grab a tray, lightly flour it, roll our gnocchi in the flour just to make sure they don't stick. And add it to our tray. Repeat the process until all the dough is done. Next, we're going to add our gnocchi to boiling salted water. Give it a quick stir and let the gnocchi float to the top. When they float to the top, cook for an additional 2 minutes, then remove. Now it's time to add our cooked gnocchi to our fresh tomato sauce. So I'm just going to put the gnocchi in a bowl. Add some fresh sauce on top. Toss. And you got yourself a beautiful rich dish, fresh gnocchi with fresh tomato sauce. All we have to do now is put it in the bowl.